The ancestral manor hath been dismantled. A restitution of 1,000,000 gold pieces. The dowager mother-in-law uttered not a single syllable, and bestowed the entirety upon the eldest brother's house.
I raised neither quarrel nor clamor.
Alas, but a sennight later, an affliction of boiling blood drove her to the emergency apothecarium. Good sister-in-law, the matriarch hath languished in the infirmary for 3 morns. When shalt thou make thy return? Alas, Coulomb, the charter for my flying vessel cannot be altered. Hold the vanguard in my stead. Doth mother not have thee at her side? That art a scholar of the healing arts, after all. The eldest sister-in-law sojourns in the realm of Sanya. The eldest brother answereth not the far-speaking crystal. In the end, 'tis only I who have hastened to this bed of affliction. Sister of healing, the chief turgeon hath arrived. The rising humors measure 190, the resting 110. The elixir partaken half an hour past hath failed to quell the humors. She bears the curse of the sweet water sickness. Purging draughts are for. Art thou of her bloodline? Or a fellow practitioner of our arts, of her kin, and a sister of healing as well? Wherefore are the rest of her lineage? One's mortal span must be spanning grace unto oneself. Jinhua toils at a distant stronghold, and cannot make haste to return. And what of the firstborn son? The sister-in-law proclaims she is in Sanya. The charter for the flying vessel remains immutable. My lady wife, how fares my lady mother? I shall secure passage and return this very instant. I must seek out my brother and demand a reckoning. The entire bounty of 1,000,000 gold pieces was granted unto him. Our mother languisheth in the infirmary, yet his shadow is nowhere to be seen. What purpose would thy return serve? Thy sister-in-law dwells not within this province. With whom dost thou intend to cross words? First, we must safeguard the lifeblood of thy mother. I cannot swallow this bitter grievance. Swallow it thou must, however bitter. Shouldst thou return now, save for the squandering of coin on thy passage, thou shalt alter naught. Mother, 1,000,000 coins! The 1,000,000 coins promised unto us, that we might secure a dwelling near the academies for young Dudu. Art thou truly void of all wrath? 1,000,000 coins, and not a single copper spared. All bestowed upon my elder brother. Though promised on Toto, the coin belonged to our mother. 'Tis hers to bestow upon whomsoever she pleaseth. And what of us, I pray thee? She hath dwelt beneath our roof these 5 years past. Her raiment, her sustenance, and her keeping were drawn entirely from our own coffers. When she lay stricken in the halls of healing, thou didst bear the vigil alone for 4 days. Wherefore sayest thou this? What is thy intent? I shall ride for our ancestral village this very hour to seek her out. Shouldst thou make the journey, couldst thou truly compel the coin to be returned? What course, then, is left to us? Shall we merely let this grievance pass? How then shall we provide for Dudu's tutelage? Behold the ledger. Mother hath resided in our keep for 5 long years. These be the records of every copper we have expended upon her. Have we ever demanded a tithe in return? Nay. He gave portraits of himself within his coastal manor in Sanya, a mere handful of coconut sweetmeats from him. And mother is moved to the depths of her soul. Mother hath surrendered the entirety of her ancestral estate's bounty unto my eldest brother. She hath already made her choice. She hath chosen upon whom she shall lean in her twilight days. What dost thou imply by these words? From this day forth, our ledgers are wiped clean. Whomever she hath chosen, let her seek them out hereafter. It is no longer our burden to bear. Day by day, they flaunt their freshly painted talons in afternoon feasts for all the realm to see. And yet, mother hath not sent a single messenger to us. We shall forge our own wealth through our own toil. Mother hath my brother's wife to show her piety. The guard and nurture Dudu is a duty greater than all else. My heart cannot abide this injustice. 'Tis we who have sacrificed the most, yet in the end, we are left with naught. Thou didst keep watch over her for 3 days and 3 nights, and she offered not a single word of gratitude. Truly, there are some whose greed can never be sated. Thou dost pledge thy very life to serve them, and they deem it but their rightful due, yet fail but once, and thou art branded a sinner beyond redemption, whilst another offers a mere handful of sweetmeats to beguile them,
and receives their boundless gratitude. To keep far from such as these is the truest mercy thou canst show thyself.
后进化，哈克安托米。
In the days I lay in the healer's ward, our neighbors did all come to visit me.
It is the duty of mortals to repay the kindness they are shown. For the Dragon Festival, we must lay 2 banquet tables in gratitude, each costing 3,800 pieces.
To make the sum whole,
Thou shalt send unto me 10,000 pieces.
Mother, we shall not return for the Dragon Festival this year, nor shall any banquet be laid, and we shall not yield these 10,000 pieces.
What sayest thou?
I spake plainly. We return not, and we pay not.
Q 猫，斗大周克米锤子，命真话货的，机会我。
Is it Tao who does so whispers of rebellion in the shadows? He stands but a pace from me.
Mother, in the 4 days thou didst lie ailing, who kept vigil by thy bedside? Who rose in the dead of night to measure the pulsing of thy blood? Who fed thee thy draughts and sought counsel with the chief healer?
Was it thine eldest daughter-in-law? She who dallied and painted portraits by the pools of Sanya. Regarding thy 1,000,000 pieces of silver given unto the eldest brother and his wife, we yield to thy decree in this matter.
Yet, on the day thou didst bestow that fortune, thou mightest...
Thou chosest upon whom thou shalt lean in the days to come. Henceforth, for all feast days and future ailments, seek out thine eldest daughter-in-law. She had but newly returned from the southern shores. Surely she hath not spent it all? How darest thou speak to my mother thus? I have beheld too many elders in the chambers of the dying. In the end, the only souls upon whom they may truly depend are those who keep the midnight vigil by their bed. Tell me, sister, how many nights hast thou stood watch? Let these 10,000 pieces be drawn from thy 1,000,000. Peace and long life unto thee, this Dragon Festival. Mother, I wish to learn the wrapping of the festival rice. Father, what is it thou art wrapping?
Ha 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 ha!
Pray, be not so agitated, Xiaomei. I shall ask thee but a few inquiries. Answer them in truth. Act thyself. During the 4 days mother lay in the healer's chambers, who kept vigil beside her sickbed? I did send word unto him. He bade me bear the burden alone for a time.
Once from his end rang out the sounds of minstrelsy and laughter.
Shammai. At the 3rd hour past midnight, mother's vital humors surged fiercely unto a count of 104 score. Was I alone
Who bore her upon my back to the halls of salvation?
Sister-in-law, I know thou hast toiled greatly.
Whether I toiled, or no matters but little.
What matters is that the 1,000,000 pieces of silver for the raised estate were bestowed entirely upon eldest brother.
And now, upon her discharge, a grand feast must be held. Yet they demand we supply the coin.
Whilst eldest sister-in-law reaps all the glory and honor.
Tell me, Xiaomei, dost thou deem this just?
I knew not of those 1,000,000 pieces of silver.
Mother spake no word of it to me.
Then now thine eyes are opened to the truth. Mother gave not a single copper unto Zhenhua. All was surrendered unto eldest brother.
Sister-in-law, I come not to quarrel with thee, nor do I harbor any wish for strife.
I but lay the truths before thee, one by one. Thou hast the scales of justice in thine own heart, to weigh who is in the right. Then shall ye truly forsake mother in her time of need? She hath chosen for herself, upon whom she shall lean in her twilight years. Then let her seek them out from this day forth.
射蚂蚁是万火虎兽吞的之谋，折磨的东山又能给驹子叫。
She shall surely go to seek out eldest sister. Let her do as she wills. We must first secure our own fortunes.
Sister-in-law, I have spoken with eldest sister-in-law.
What? Saith she?
She shed tears of sorrow. She proclaimed, thou hast twisted her words to lay false blame upon her. She swore she could in no wise alter her passage upon the flying vessel, and that her heart burned with a deeper anxiety than any other. She also spake that thou hast ever looked upon her with a disdainful eye. She doth but seize upon this matter as a pretext to make much ado. And so thou didst believe her? I'm but torn twixt belief and doubt.
Her words were laced with such grievous sorrow.
I confess my judgment is thereby clouded. Turn the pages, and behold.
What manner of thing is this?
All these things, they were all furnished by thine own hand. For 5 long years,
Not a single coin hath been sought from mother. What then of the elder sister-in-law?
what have she ever bestowed? A few parcels of sweetmeats, proudly paraded for all to see, and mother was moved beyond measure. Sister, my eyes are opened. The elder sister-in-law hath indeed overstepped all bounds, and I pray thee, be not so unyielding toward mother. She is, after all, of venerable age. I have not acted with cruelty. It was she who made her choice first. My lord husband hath returned. My lord husband hath returned. Methought I beheld your mother.
又要赢。
Where be Jinhua and Dudu? He hath taken Dudu to stroll within the gardens. Mother, what brings thee hither?
Qiuling, during our last converse, my words were exceedingly harsh.
I have pondered upon it these many days, and I know thou hast toiled greatly in caring for me. Mother, if thou hast aught to say, I pray thee, speak it plainly. Thy sister-in-law is somewhat wanting in sense, yet her burden is not a light one. The entire household, both young and old, doth look unto her.
Let not kin hold such bitter reckonings amongst themselves.
Mother, didst thou come hither of thine own accord? Or did the elder wife bid thee come?
What talk is this of bidding? I am thy mother.
May I not come to look upon you of mine own accord? And what of the matter concerning the festival banquet? I pray thee, couldst thou not bear but half the cost? 5,000 pieces of silver would suffice. Thine elder sister-in-law saith her purse hath been lacking of late. Mother, thou needst not act as an emissary for others. That million in silver is thine own wealth, to whom thou bestowest. It is beyond our governance. Yet from this day forth, I pray thee, seek out the one who hath taken thy coin. We shall not pay a single copper for the festival banquet.
Qiong, thy wings have grown full, it seems. Thou dost hold me in contempt. My wings are not full. I am merely weary. Very well, thou shalt rue this day.
Alas. Who has come? Was it mother? She came to persuade us. What spake she this time? She bade us offer 5,000 pieces of silver. I refused her, and she declared I should rue it.
Killing.
Have we erred in doing thus? Steel thy heart. A soft heart shall be our undoing. Mother bestoweth this unto thee. Lady Kebeling, concerning the affairs of thy house, hast thou beheld the missives of thy husband's clan of late?
What clan? I have not looked upon them in an age, alas.
A distant kinsman of mine doth sit amongst their council. He'th shown me certain tidings shared therein this day. The words spoken are most foul. They claim thou didst bars thy good mother from the threshold, and force her to her knees. Who has said this? 'Tis none other than the elder wife.
She'ds have cried out scores of times before the whole assembly.
Weeping and wailing all the while.
Now the entire clan is in an uproar.
Even when the elder dame came to seek forgiveness, she would not unbar the door to compel an aged elder
To stand below for upwards of 2 hours.
'Tis too cruel a heart. Hast thou beheld the clan's discourse? I have beheld it.
I shall return to our ancestral home this very instant.
I must needs cross words with him before the assembly,
And lay bare all his shameful deeds.
Nay, do not. Why should he be permitted to spew such falsehoods? Our mother tarried but 10 minutes ere she departed of her own accord. What talk is this? Of forcing her to kneel? Or standing for 2 hours? 'Tis all his fabrication.
Shouldst thou curse him now before in the eyes of outsiders?
It shall appear as husband and wife, joining forces to oppress a widowed sister-in-law. If we quarrel to the bitter end, each shall claim their own righteousness,
Kent shall merely watch the spectacle.
and none shall truly care for the truth. Shall we then suffer him to cast such foul waters upon us? If 'tis a war of words he seeks, I shall gladly oblige him. Yet not in this present manner. What then, pray tell, dost thou intend to do? Speak not a single word in the clan's discourse, for now. Grant me but a single day.
Honored elders,
Concerning this matter, on the morrow, I shall deliver unto you all a proper accounting. I beseech my kindred to hold their judgment.
What dost thou require of me?
Retrieve the records of our voice transmissions and lay them all bare. During those 4 days, our aunt lay ailing in the healer's hall. Gather every record of communication sent to the elder brother and his wife. I recall sending words unto the elder brother on several occasions, yet he answered not a single one. I attempted to reach the elder sister-in-law thrice, yet she received but one. Capture these proofs in their entirety and send them unto me. How dost thou intend to present them? I shall fashion them into 4 grand scrolls. The first shall be an illustrated ledger of our household's expenses over 5 years. The second shall be a chronicle charting the 4 days of our convalescence. The third, a ledger of our exchanged words from afar. And the fourth shall be that most infamous public proclamation concerning the coconut sweetmeats. Verily, thou hast prepared a most exhaustive treatise of her affliction.
Embellished with illustrations, no less.
Was not I, but he who cast the first stone. I seek only to lay forth the truths, that all may bear witness for themselves. Send them forth. Thou hast my allegiance. It sufficeth. They shall be sent forth upon the morrow. The aforementioned are the absolute truths of the dowager's time in the healing ward, a testament unto who kept vigil at her sickbed and who was frolicking in Sonia. The hours and places thereof are duly recorded and beyond reproach. I pray thee, heed not the one-sided tale woven by Kelong. She hath purposely seized upon fragments of time to besmirch my honor. Though I tarried in Sonia, my heart was likewise fraught with worry. She hath spoken words far more foul. I possess an imprint of her very voice.
Thy coin was bestowed upon another.
Expect not that I should care whether thou lies this or diest.
Expect not that I should care whether thou livest or diest. Expect not that I should care whether thou livest or diest.
德王，梯属倒还是条有规矩，引天地的道我者。
Yet to utter such words is most unseemly. Hast thou beheld the missives amongst our circle? I have heard that captured voice. So,
煞有
when hast thou ever uttered such wickedness? Never have I spoken such words. What meaneth this? Is it not thine own voice upon the record? The voice is indeed mine own. Yet the words were not spoken in such a manner. He hath deceitfully altered the record, severing both the beginning and the end, excising the most vital truth from its very heart, and stitching the first and last phrases together as one. I am absolute in my certainty that the complete record resides within my device. Art thou certain that on the 3rd night of the convalescence, I was exceedingly weary, fearing my memory would fail me? Concerning the instructions bestowed by the attending physician, I activated the recording crystal upon my device. From the moment I entered the ward until my departure, the entirety of the passage was captured. What, then, dost thou wait for? Make haste and reveal it to the realm.
Let them bear witness to Li Yan's true countenance.
Patience. Let his arrows fly a while longer. The more he revels in his present clamor, the more devastating the blow shall be when the tide turns.
Trust in me. Await my return from my labors to settle this matter.
He cast forth that altered recording, wagering that I possessed not the original truth. Alas, he hath wagered poorly. Is it now acceptable? It shall suffice. Mother, regardless of to whom the coin was given, we would never forsake thee in thy time of healing. Yet, having bestowed thy wealth upon another, expect not that I shall tend to thee while suffering his arrogant commands. The burden of this house cannot rest upon my shoulders alone. This Liu Yan is truly a creature devoid of virtue,
Intentionally plotting the ruin of Qilong.
Let him step forth and offer his justifications. He shall not let this matter rest so easily. What more can he achieve? His honor is utterly forfeit. I know not. Yet whatever schemes he may harbor, I keep the proof secured against him.
Sister Qilong,
Hath the Academy of Advanced Study thou enrolled and commenced so soon?
The first tutelage begins upon the eve of next Wednesday. To toil by day and pursue thy studies by night.
Art thou not exhausted?
Though weary, one must persist in learning, for the rivalry in our trade hath grown exceedingly fierce. To possess another writ is to forge an extra path.
My good wife, I bring joyous tidings.
The covenant for my newest endeavor hath been formally sealed this day. Ere the next moon wanes, our toil shall commence. The return of our silver shall be far swifter than times past.
It's wondrous indeed.
And what of little Dudu's tuition for the Academy of Dual Tongues?
Hath sufficient coin been laid aside?
We remain but a fraction short. Yet, judging by the swift advance of this endeavor, by year's end, the sum shall surely be complete. Mother, behold the portrait I have fashioned of thee. Oh, how sweet Dudu hath crafted a masterpiece most fair. We shall not lean upon those million pieces of silver.
By the sweat of our own brows shall we earn our keep.
Though our progress be but slow, yet every copper spent shall leave our conscience pure and unblemished.
绝或你过自是年老。
Eldest brother, for what cause art thou here? Hath our mother fallen ill once more? Thou hast not come seeking a physician for thyself, hast thou? Speak plainly, if aught burdens thy mind. Nay, I have journeyed hither solely to seek thee out. To seek me? 'Tis concerning Liu Yan. Those million pieces of silver. Alas, our household's coffers are nearly barren. To what venture hath he committed the funds? At first, he spoke of managing our wealth to yield a bounty, claiming the harvest would be exceedingly great. At each moon would see tens of thousands returned to our hands. In my foolishness, I placed my faith in his words. Later, when he sought to commit further sums, I hindered him not. Now, nearly all our silver hath been cast into this venture, but a few meager coins remain to sustain our household. Thus thou hast come to me, hoping I might counsel him? Or dost thou seek to borrow coin from our purse?
Nay, nay, 'tis not so.
Such was never my intent.
My heart is merely heavy and choked with sorrow.
And I knew not unto whom I could unburden my soul. This is a matter of thine own household.
How that million was apportioned in days past,
Thou know one, and thy heart, better than any living soul. I am powerless to aid thee, nor do I desire to. I know. I merely... Alas, I must take my leave. Little Ling, there's yet one matter more. Of late, he hath often arisen in the dead of night to answer the telephone out upon the balcony. Methinks something is greatly amiss.
eldest brother, thou art the husband.
If thou dost suspect foul play, thou shouldst question thy spouse thyself.
I did inquire. Yet 'twas said I comprehend naught of investments.
And baddest me not to trouble my mind in vain. 1,000,000! Could it be that he hath been deceived by charlatans?
It concerns me not. However, this interface, methinks, I have seen its like in the emergency ward.
Little Ling, in the first trial of doctrine for thy recent advanced studies,
Thou art the foremost scholar of our entire department.
Thou hast brought great honor to our house. Sister Kionok, thou art truly
Formidable. To labor so wearisomely under the sun,
yet return at eventide to pore over thy tomes.
how dost thou achieve such a feat?
'Tis not but the clumsy bird taking flight ere the rest.
I did but expend more hours.
I give you my thanks.
Pray, do not feign such humility. I have already sent tidings of thy triumph to the superiors.
Bear thyself well in the forthcoming trials of practical craft. Thou shalt assuredly be crowned with excellence this year.
I thank thee, head nurse.
I shall strive with all my might.
Come. Splendid. I knew in my heart thou wouldst not falter. Come, our foremost scholar, partake of this feast to nourish thy mind. The first stroke of the brush hath not yet been laid.
This is but the first of the trials.
Yet a fortuitous beginning paves the way for a smooth journey.
D.I.
When thy studies are complete, and thou art ordained as our leader,
Our days shall be filled with far greater hope.
fret not.
It's not.
Hail, mother.
Kimo, hast thou partaken of thy meal?
I am partaking even now. Hast thou matters to discuss?
Do not matter of great import.
Doth not the New Year's festival draw near?
I had thought you might return to share a feast for the turning of the year. Our kin cannot remain in such a bitter stalemate. Let us parley.
The house of healing is burdened with toil at year's end. 'Tis uncertain if I shall be granted leave. Very well, very well. Observe how the tides of fortune turn.
Do thou bear this word unto Zhenhua.
Yea, his is understood. If there be naught else, I shall end this parley. What tides are there to observe?
We shall not return.
He acts upon every passing whim. By what right doth he demand this? I gave neither oath nor refusal. Let us finish our feast. What hath transpired? The eldest sister-in-law hath purged all writings from her scroll of tidings. Purged them. Hail, Shami. What matter brings thy call at so late an hour? Hail, speak slowly. Be not in haste. Brother, a calamity hath befallen us. To the eldest sister-in-law, the enterprise wherein she bestowed her coin hath collapsed into ruin.
What word speakest thou?
1,000,000 pieces, yea. She now sends word far and wide, begging for coin. From her very first breath, she beseeched me for 200,000.
Whence would I procure such a vast hoard of wealth?
Hath she lost her wits? She is useless in triumph, yet peerless in ruin.
夏苗，皮着呢。
Let her face this reckoning alone. Yet, in truth, 'tis 1,000,000 pieces of coin.
Was her own hand that surrendered the gold? Was her own feet that chose this treacherous path? None in this realm can deliver her now. Kyung speaks true. We shall not intervene in this affair. Entangle not thyself in this folly. 'Tis understood. 'Tis retribution. Truly, 'tis retribution. Hark, Xiaoling. Oppose upon thee. Think to I peace. I have been deceived. 1,000,000 pieces of gold, all lost to me. And what of it?
Pray, for the sake of our shared blood and kinship.
Couldst thou lend me 50,000 pieces to tide me over?
Very. I am driven to the very brink of ruin. The usurers do pound upon my very door. Good sister-in-law,
I ask of thee, whilst thou were basking under the sun upon the distant shores of Sunya, didst thou consider then that we were kin? When our mother lay dying in the halls of healing, her lifeblood surging perilously, and I sent word unto thee. When thou didst laugh and bid me bear the burden alone,
Dost thou remember then our kinship?
now that thy ventures have turned to ash, suddenly thou dost remember, we are of one house. Good sister, thy family doth not exist solely for those times when thou hast need of silver.
very well. Thou wouldst watch me perish and lift not a finger. Is it so?
Hearken well, Xiaoling, gloat not over my downfall.
Thou shalt rue this day.
A cornered hound leaps the wall.
He schemes anew. Yet what mischief is left for him to weave?
Nay, 'tis different now. 1,000,000 pieces hath he lost. His very reason hath forsaken him. A rabid cur cares not whose flesh it tears. What course shall we take then?
We shall meet sword with shield, and flood with earth.
I fain would see what new trickery he might conjure.
Lady 敲铃，怒即可怖。
Misfortune strikes.
What ails thee? Behold it, for thyself. A missive hath been posted in the public square, cursing that very name for all to see. I perceive it, sister.
'Tis plain someone seeks to besmirch thy honor maliciously.
They have even spoken of our house of healing. 'Tis a most grievous stain upon thy name.
Wilt thou not offer an accounting?
Dost thou believe it?
Verily,
I do not.
thy true character is well known unto us all.
Then
Let that suffice.
let us return to our duties.
That madwoman Liu Yan hath grown too insolent.
I shall this very hour venture to the public forum and match her slander for slander. Forbear.
Wherefore?
Matters are different now. Hith hath struck at my vocation.
Greetings, learned advocate.
I seek thy counsel. In such a plight, how may I defend my rightful honor?
Thou hast preserved the threatening missives she sent aforetime, and the proofs of the doctored whispers she spread amongst our council of kin?
Yeah,
All such evidence pertaining thereto.
I heisted a copy and safeguard them from the very first.
Mistress Lin,
By the measure of the proofs thou hast yielded,
thy sister-in-law's deeds have manifestly breached the bounds of a mere household quarrel. They have wrought severe harm upon thy personal renown and thy rightful vocation, and have brought great turmoil unto thy life.
what doth this portend?
It signifieth that her actions
Have by the laws of the realm constituted a violation of thy honor.
and border even upon the foul crime of slander.
We may bring a formal suit before the high tribunal.
I perceive it well.
I give thee thanks, murdered advocate.
Wilt thou
Truly tread upon such a drastic path?
let her cry out before the tribunal that I am petty?
And curse me as an unfilial wretch.
Such household trifles I have borne with patience,
But she shall not lay a hand upon my livelihood.
to threaten the very sustenance of my house. That is a boundary I shall not yield. Never shall I suffer her to cross.
剑法 Brave misfortune has befallen us.
Our esteemed mother is confined to the healer's sanctuary. Once more.
Should you not be holding vigil at the infirmary? As for Liu Yan, she has purloined the dowry meant for mother's twilight years.
And now the apothecaries demand a tribute of silver. This transgression I shall endure no longer. Long have I gathered these scrolls of proof, taken to a ledger of afflictions, fashioned
Solely for thee.
Come, let us attend to our mother.
哈哈，天牢。
Let us witness how thou shalt extricate thyself from this peril.
Thus is thy reward for denying me my rightful coin. Let thy lofty arrogance be humbled. Behold swiftly the foul misses thy brother's wife hath scattered abroad. Erase it, destroy the script, and all shall be well. None shall look upon it any more.
Greetings unto thee, Lady Liu Yan. I am the magistrate's emissary, speaking for the aggrieved. I am bound to proclaim unto thee that our house hath long sealed the proofs of thy treacherous slander before the law.
Thy present attempts to destroy the damning texts
Shall in no wise hinder our pursuit of justice against thee.
Wherefore? What is to be done?
Oh, what is to be done?
Seek her out.
I must seek her out.
I must beseech her.
OK，苦妖。
We are of one blood. Why raise such a tempest within our own walls?
Let mercy guide thy blade when victory is at hand. Good aunt. When she spun webs of falsehood against my name,
Did she remember the bonds of our kinship then? Sister, the end was but momentarily clouded by a foolish spirit.
I pray thee, stay thy hand, and grant her a single measure of grace. She shall make a public confession of her sins,
Strike all false testaments from the records.
and pledge an oath in writing to never offend. Again, and swear a solemn vow to ne'er again sect Miss nor my kin in any manner. Should these 3 decrees be fulfilled, I shall presently withdraw my grievance.
A public confession? By what right?
Would that not make a fool of me before the entire realm?
Alas, Fu Yan.
Cease this tempestuous folly for now. Shall I abandon mine owner and face entirely? What course of action wouldst thou prefer then? They hold every measure of proof in their grasp. Even the magistrate's summons have been delivered. I possess one final stratagem. Tarry and observe.
Mother, doth thy health fare any better?
Indeed, thy mother is much restored.
Chiolo, thy mother beseeches a boon of thee. With thou grant thee.
Pray tell, might the transgression of thine elder sister-in-law be forgiven?
She too was beguiled of her coin by scoundrels.
Was but a moment of sheer folly. Mother, that she was deceived is her own burden. To weave such vile falsehoods was her willful choice.
These are 2 matters of entirely distinct humors.
Mother, mine absolute resolve hath never wavered.
Should aught befall thee whilst I draw breath,
I shall ne'er forsake thee.
yet regarding this affair of my sister-in-law,
Which taints both my station and mine honor.
I shall yield no quarter.
Thou, how hath this child grown so obstinate? If to stand fast by one's virtues be obstinate, then I confess 'tis so.
Mother, rest thee well.
I shall return to attend thee ere long.
What mischief hath she wrought anew? 'Tis naught but her heaping coals upon her own head.
This is a missive that hath been brought unto me.
This so-called penance is utterly devoid of truth.
Nay, it runneth over with insolent provocation.
By the laws of the realm, this stands as a grievous compounding of her sins, for she refuseth to repent.
He doth labor to secure thy victory in this trial.
I comprehend thy meaning. Then let us proceed as the law dictates. My lord husband, I beseech thee, devise a scheme swiftly. I have no desire to stand before the high tribunal. I will not have my name sullied in the kingdom's records. When first thou didst scatter thy proclamations to the winds,
Wherefore wast thou so full of bravado?
Didst thou heed my counsel when I bade thee erase them? How could I have known he would truly bring charges against me? Wilt thou cease this endless folly?
they hold an abundance of proof in their grasp. Ledgers, captured voices, sealed scripts, and sworn affidavits. Nay, not a single piece. By what means canst thou hope to contest them?
Now thou knowest not, but to cast the blame upon me.
Wherefore didst thou hold thy tongue, whilst we claim the coin?
With whom dost thou truly ally thyself?
I stand upon the side of righteousness and reason.
Driven to madness by the ruin of mine own ventures,
I did utter words incongruous with the truth before the gathered fellowship.
And such venomous speech hath grievously wounded the honor of my brother's wife, Kyolong.
for this, I do offer my most humble and earnest contrition.
Lad, art thou free upon the morrow's midday? Let us convene nigh unto the house of healing.
Sister, I beg thy forgiveness.
I ought to have unveiled this matter to thee long past.
Fret not.
'Tis not too late to speak of it now.
That epistle of apology was wrung from his wife by my brother's own hand. My brother decreed that should she refuse to repent, he would sever their marital bonds forever.
My brother, alas, his spirit hath always been too frail. Yet this time, his wife hath plundered all the coin meant for our mother's autumn years, and well nigh stripped thee of thy livelihood. Thus hath my brother finally awakened from his stupor.
Is this, then, the tale thou wouldst tell me?
Nay. Sister, I pray thee, seat thyself before thou dost hearken unto this. Speak forth. I am attentive.
Concerning the 1,000,000 coins bestowed for our displacement in years past,
In truth, from the very genesis, our mother had intended to divide it equally betwixt your household and that of our eldest brother.
what hast thou just spoken?
An equal division? 'Tis the truth, sister-in-law. I deceive thee not.
Our mother's design from the very beginning
Was that thy household and the eldest brothers should each receive 500,000 coins.
What then transpired thereafter?
Wherefore was the entirety bestowed upon our eldest brother's estate? Did the eldest sister-in-law seek out mother with some tale?
She came weeping unto mother,
Claiming that the mother of her maiden clan had been stricken by a grievous affliction,
and was in dire need of a vast sum for the healer's rights.
lest her life be forfeit.
She spake that she dared not ask for a loan directly from them,
Fearing to place thee in a burdensome plight. Thus, she beseeched mother to grant her the full 1,000,000 in advance. Furthermore, she swore an oath unto mother that once her fortunes were restored, she would most assuredly
return the 500,000 that rightfully belongs unto thee.
Therefore, mother harbored no favoritism. Her gentle heart was merely deceived. Is it not so? She even implored mother to breathe not a word of this unto thee,
Feigning fear that the knowledge will cause thee to worry for mother's well-being.
She hath ever possessed a pliant ear,
Having been sheltered from the world's harsh trials her entire life, hearing of a matter of life and death,
her spirit was thrown into disarray,
and thus she placed her faith in her. And the mother of her maiden clan, was she truly stricken by illness? Some days past, I commissioned an envoy to inquire at her ancestral village. I comprehend the matter fully. Shami, I yield thee my deepest gratitude for imparting this knowledge.
What course of action dost thou intend? Wilt thou make this matter known unto mother?
I know not.
Yet, Jianhua must be made privy to this matter.
What ails thee this day? Didst thou falter in the trials of thine academy? Pray, take thy seat. I have tidings that I must share with thee. What matter warrants such a grave countenance?
On this midday past,
Shammai did seek an audience with me. Have she returned to plead as Li Yan's envoy once more?
nay, she hath revealed unto me a secret.
What hidden truth concerning the 1,000,000 tiles granted for our lands?
Dinfa, I prithee, thou must hold fast to thy composure.
Our
Our honorable mother did not favor her out of malice. Rather, she was beguiled by Liu Yan's treachery.
Beguiled?
What meanest thou by such words?
So
me speak that Liu Yan first proposed to mother a fair division in twain.
Then shed false tears, weeping that her own mother lay grievously ill, and was in dire need of the coin. I had long believed it was but mother's partiality, and bowed my head to it. Yet, what is the truth of it? The truth is that our mother was played for a fool in her wicked snare, and manipulated into concealing the falsehood from our eyes.
Mother herself is but a casualty of this deceit.
Her heart was merely too tender to deny such pleas. Tender of heart? Nay, this is not a tender heart. This is utter folly. I shall not stand for this.
I must seek out mother this very instant, and reveal all, that she may behold the true face of her filial daughter-in-law.
And see the vile creature she truly is.
Nay, not at this hour.
Wherefore must I wait?
Mother's constitution hath only just begun to mend.
Just thou lay this heavy truth upon her now. Would be as telling her she was not merely robbed of her silver,
but that she nearly brought her own son's household
unto the very brink of ruin. Dost thou believe her frail humors?
So grievous a blow? What counsel dost thou offer, then? Are we to let this transgression pass, and feign ignorance of the matter entirely?
Surely such wrongs cannot go unpunished. Yet we must await an hour, most opportune.
And when, pray tell, shall this opportune hour arrive?
When mother's vitality is fully restored to her. When we have amassed sufficient power to face the full measure of the consequences this matter shall bring forth.
生祸，万才见，玉管是巧来做事。
We are of one blood. Speak not of burdens. Art thou still harboring wrath against mother?
Nay, mother, I harbor no anger toward thee.
I but wish to inquire of thee one matter. What matter is this? Speak.
Of those 1,000,000 pieces of gold given for the estate's forfeiture in times past, wherefore didst thou bestow the entirety of that wealth upon eldest brother's household?
Did I not already declare it?
Eldest brother's household was in dire need. Mother, speak the veritable truth unto me.
Did Hella's sister-in-law tell thee? that the mother of her maiden house had fallen gravely ill and was in desperate need of coin? It seems it is the truth, then.
Timo,
How didst thou come to know of this affair? Cast no blame upon thine eldest sister-in-law. She too was bereft of any other recourse. Save a life.
Mother, awaken from this delusion.
Her mother's constitution is exceedingly robust. Day after day, she makes merry and dances in the village square.
She hath merely spun a web of lies.
She hath deceived thee of thy gold, and betrayed thy very heart. Lay, it cannot be. Lian is not a woman of such treacherous nature. She would not deceive me so. Mother, gaze upon the proof with thine own eyes. It is false.
All of this is but falsehood.
Mother, this is the singular truth. Mother, partake of some sustenance, I pray thee. Since thy return extra eve, thou hast barely touched a morsel. I cannot swallow a bite. Mother, I know thy heart is fraught with sorrow, yet the deed hath already been done. Now must look to the morrow. Look ahead. My entire mortal life had been but a jester's farce. I had believed I held the scales of justice in perfect balance, and in doing so, I have wronged those who most deserved my grace. Mother, thou hast not wronged us. Thou art merely too pure of heart. Thou believest that kin must ever aid their own. Thou holdest faith that the nature of man is inherently good. In this, there is no fault. The fault lies with those who prey upon thy kindness.
Timo, thy mother hath failed thee.
I have failed, Genwan. Mother, speak not such words. 'Tis in the past. Nay, it cannot pass. He swore his mother away to the coin, to save her very life. I feel myself both a fool and blind. Mother, regarding those 1,000,000 pieces of silver, consider it a ransom paid to teach us both a valuable lesson. It hath opened our eyes to see who is true man, and who is fiend. Truly, 'twas a lesson worth its weight in gold.
Mother, why dost thou toil so?
Idleness brings no comfort. The stitching upon little Dudu's poppet hath come undone.
Jinfa, there's a matter I wish to consult with thee upon.
I wish to entrust the writ of my stipend unto Kyolang. Henceforth, let my expenses be subject to thy discretion. Mother, this cannot be. Thou must keep thine own coin in thy possession. Wherefore cannot it be? Dost thou still harbor distrust toward me? 'Tis not thee we distrust. 'Tis the secret seal of thy vault we lack faith in. Thy secret cipher is too easily coaxed from thee by charlatans. Good lady, art thou certain thou wastest to enact this decree of vast transfer? The decree requiring a missive of verification from thy progeny? Which is to say, henceforth, any disbursement exceeding 500 crowns shall require a cipher of validation delivered unto the very hands of thy son, Lord Song Shenhua. Ere it may be fulfilled? Aye. I am certain. Let it be decreed. I give thee my thanks for thy trouble. Thus my heart shall find peace. Henceforth, let no deceiver coax even a single copper from my grasp, so long as thou art mindful in thy own heart. 'Tis enough. Huang, mother knows thou art more astute than I, and thy heart doth possess greater virtue. Henceforth, thou shalt be the master of this house.
Grandmother, our tutor hath taught us to pen a scroll this day.
A chosen subject was my kin.
And of whom did our little Dudu write?
I wrote of thee, mother.
I wrote that. Mother is a champion of peerless might,
Skilled with the healing needle, and triumphant in all scholarly trials.
And fierce, to vanquish wicked knaves. Didst thou hear?
Now dost stand as a titan within thy daughter's heart.
But naturally,
Liu Yan and I are to sever our marital bonds, the vile usherers to whom he owes mountains of silver. Assail our gates day by day, crying for their due. Our dwelling must perchance be sold to settle these debts. I truly can endure no more. I seek not to borrow coin from thee. I merely wish to inquire. Doth a mother fare well within thy care?
Thou needst not trouble thy heart over her.
'Tis well then. 'Tis well.
Is it Kela?
Eldest brother, what hath befallen thee?
Is not. A few morns passed, whilst toiling at the builder's grounds.
The timber frames were ill secured, and I was cast down from the heights.
The bones and sinews of my left leg are grievously shattered.
Doth demand the Turgeon's blade.
Where are thy kin? How is it thou art left to suffer alone?
Liu Yan and I have already parted ways. He seized the very last of our household silver and vanished into the ether like a phantom. I spake no word of this to mother, lest it bring sorrow to her heart.
Hast thou paid the Turgeon's fee?
The overseer of the grounds hath fled. My rightful recompense hath not yet been delivered unto me.
I am even now striving to devise a way. Rest thee well for now. I shall devise a means to secure the coin.
战火，美恨时的好事和其令。
A grave misfortune hath befallen our eldest brother.
The silver hath been paid. Dost thou believe I ought to harbor hatred for him? I know not. So, in truth, I have indeed loathed him.
Loathed him for his cowardice.
Loathed him for his neglect of duty. Loathed him for indulging vile rumors. Upon beholding his present wretched state, my wrath doth vanish entirely. Whatever his trespasses may be, he remaineth my brother. I understand.
虚妄，
I give thee thanks. Thank thee for sending word to me post-haste, rather than decreeing my fate in my stead. We are bound as man and wife. Such words, Qiaolong, I speak no more. First, thou must heal thy wounds. Mother, I beseech thy forgiveness.
君过 'tis not I who deserveth thy deepest gratitude.
感谢秋老，吾日拿佛恒。
Heaven knows where thou wouldst be laid low at this very hour. Sister-in-law, regarding the grievances of the past, I have wronged thee most grievously. Eldest brother, 'tis all in the past now.
Thy sole duty now is to recover thy strength. Hyung, I bestow this upon thee.
Mother, is this the sacred heirloom of the Song clan? My grandmother bequeathed it unto me. I had purposed to leave it to the wife of my eldest son. Yet now, my eyes have been opened. I see clearly who beareth true devotion to this house, and who alone is worthy of this treasure.
Gyuli, take it in thy hands.
Henceforth, thou art the pillar of this lineage. Healing, have thou received the parchment from thine advanced studies? I have, mother. It was bestowed upon me but a moon ago.
The matron of our healing ward hath declared that in the coming year there shall be an opportunity to seek further enlightenment in the provincial capital.
And she hath commended me to be the first to journey forth. Then thou must surely go. My good daughter-in-law is destined for greatness. A joyous new year unto thee, my beloved wife. Oh, thou art exceedingly generous this year. The bounties from our grand enterprise have been distributed, as it was sworn between us. By the year's end, we shall enroll young Dudu in a more noble academy of learning.
This crimson pouch of wealth is meant for thee.
In deepest gratitude to the great benefactor of our house. Then I shall accept it, without feigned modesty. Mother, I too desire a crimson pouch. Thou little ravenous spirit, thy grandmother hath long prepared a bounty for thee. Ha ha ha, ha 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 ha.
I shall tend to the gate.
Mother, Jianhua,
去吧，去吧。
I have come to behold thee and thine. Enter, brother. May this new year bring ever greater prosperity to our house. Ever greater prosperity.
ever greater prosperity. Sister-in-law, I present to thee these floral pastries, crafted by my own hands. Pray, take them that young Dudu may taste of their sweetness. Thou art far too courteous. To look upon thy current state bringeth true joy to my heart. 'Tis all by thy grace. Hadst thou not awakened me from my slumber then, I fear I would, even now, be vexed by the wretched troubles of this household. Alas, a woman must surely forge her own noble path in calling. Thy words ring true. Pray tell, sister-in-law, hast thou heard the tidings concerning Liu Yan? I have not cast my gaze upon his affairs. What hath befallen him? Word speaks that after severing his marital vows, he hath taken up with another man.
Yet, as fate would have it, that man proved to be but a charlatan as well.
And swindled away the very last of his coin. Now, out in the open world, dwelling within a humble hovel,
Surviving day to day by toiling at menial tasks.
his existence is most wretched indeed.
That was his own choosing. Very. It is. But a few days past,
He sent word seeking to borrow coin from me. I denied him outright. Some souls are undeserving of even a sliver of kindness. Thou didst act rightly. Mine eldest brother fares well now too. He had found steady labor among the builders. Though the coin he earns be meager, he is vastly more steadfast in spirit. He hath sworn that once he amasses sufficient coin,
he shall repay the apothecary fees thou didst front on our behalf.
there is no haste. Let him first secure his own livelihood. Through all the twists of fate, every soul hath met their rightful destiny.
Primo, I bring joyous tidings.
What is it, head matron?
The provincial provision for
The 3-month scholarly exchange hath been ordered. It is granted to thee. Thou shalt report on the coming Monday. Is it truly so? I thank thee most profoundly. Speak not of thanks. Wouldst thou known arduous effort that earned this?
Labor well, and bring no dishonor to our hall.
That I surely shall. Greetings, my beloved wife. Didst thou yearn for my presence?
I have joyous tidings to share with thee. For what purpose art thou here?
To escort our little princess home from her tutelage. Mother, thou hast returned. I yearned for thee endlessly. Mother hath yearned for thee as well. Art thou accustomed to thy new nursery? I am. The tutors here converse in the English tongue, and there is a grand sliding chute.
Welcome home, Qeling. Lady Chief. Nay, head matron Qeling. Verily, elevated in rank once more.
Could take heartily, Qeling.
真话，去了。爱热泪自己高流。
I offer you my deepest gratitude for forsaking me, not during my darkest hour. Such words make strangers of us. Brother, to live your days in peace henceforth is worth more than gold.
Mother, what precious treasure have you brought forth this time?
'Tis no grand treasure. It's the silver I have garnered over half a lifetime from my twilight years, along with that which your elder brother hath, through these years, returned unto me piece by piece. The cipher is the day of Dudu's birth. Mother, what's the meaning of this? We had an accord that you would govern your own purse. To what end should I govern it? I possess no skill in the stewardship of wealth, nor in mercantile ventures. Placing it in your care grants me the greatest peace. Whether you wish to secure tutors for Dudu or procure fine garments for yourself, spend it however your heart desires. Very well, Mother. I shall govern these funds in your stead. Upon what do your thoughts dwell, the mistress of our new manor?
I was pondering. Had Mother truly bestowed that sum of 500,000 upon us then?
Would we have long since taken residence in such a grand manor? Mayhap. Yet, had it been so, you might still be that Qialong who suffered all grievances in silence. Then tell me, do you favor the woman I am now, or the one I was before? I favor this present one who triumphs in examinations and rises in station, who wields the law as a shield to protect herself, and who governs her husband's purse with such absolute and flawless authority.
You,
did be rogue.
I speak from the depths of my heart. Kilom, truly. Having weathered so many trials, I have come to realize that a household's greatest fortune lies not in wealth, but in a mistress who possesses wisdom and unyielding virtue. Yet such a lady requires a master who knows how to offer his support and places absolute trust in her.
Wilt thou erase them?
Aye. In times past, I kept them for fear of being wounded by others. But now, I possess thee. And I possess a family. I hold the strength I have forged with mine own hands. I have no further need of them. All of that hath passed. Aye, it is all in the past. From this day forth, our days shall be blessed.
Behold how joyous little Dodu is.
Indeed, to look upon his merriment fills mine own heart with profound bliss.
See how swiftly Dudu runs.
处理恰流人僵化，汉大来和佳丽举屌了一般父亲。
They are both youths of noble character. Our house of song is truly blessed by the heavens.
Mother, in former days, my mind was clouded. A mortal need not fear committing errors, but rather fear the inability to repent and mend one's ways.
It hath all passed. Let us live our days in harmony henceforth.
Thank you. Look upon Mother. Her joy is now true and unfeigned. Yea, when the heavy knots of the heart are entangled, the spirit finds its peace.
Eldest brother, too. Seems as though he hath been reborn.
But a few days prior, he spoke to me, saying he hath enrolled in evening tutelage to study the tallying of accounts.
He seeks to earn a credential, that he may secure greater coin in the days to come.
Is a worthy endeavor, so long as one possesses the will to better oneself. It is never too late.
Father, Mother, make haste and aid me. We come.
Look at thee, unable to command even a simple kite.
Say Liao, release thy grasp, as you command.
Press on, father. The kite hath taken to the heavens.
Ha ha.
Behold, it is a triumph. I, my beloved wife,
Hey?
I give thee my deepest thanks. I thank ye for never forsaking our house, for I know in my heart that the tranquility forged by the toil of our own hands is not akin to the opulence born of another's arms. Only the former doth truly belong to us.
Father, Mother, Dudu.
Let us join them as well. Very well.